on, guys? It is Sneed from Sneed Mobile Tech, and heavy news today, and it's from the merger. I really wanted to wait as long as I could until I got all of the facts and all of the little bits and pieces that came out of the announcement, and I was waiting to see if I can get some dates and things like that, but it just never came. So I wanted to produce the video and get it out to you guys as soon as I could. So the T-Mobile and Sprint merger update goes as follows. The merger, as proposed, is officially up against it. It's gotten to the point where the merger is actually backed into a corner. So as proposed, we have Dish getting Boost Network, Sprint's prepaid carrier arm. They're getting Spectrum assets, network hosting deal, for several years as Dish builds out its own native network. The DOJ has made it pretty clear they want full access for Dish on the new T-Mobile network during the build out of its own native network. Deutsche Telekom, the parent company of T-Mobile, is not on board with this. In fact, we've, reported several times the different things that Deutsche Telekom is kind of saying. They want it to be at a 12.5% capacity. The DOJ is saying, no, we want it at full capacity. So there's clearly a discrepancy there. Also throw in that Deutsche Telekom has additional fears in terms of Charlie Ergen and Dish maybe selling out after or during the build out of this native network. So in essentially buying time during the build out process, during the hosting agreement phase, that they would build out this massive network or sell out to another mega company, something like Google or Amazon or another cable company like Charter or Comcast. All of that is potentially a risk, and I think Deutsche Telekom is sensitive to that. So basically the DOJ has given Deutsche Telekom an ultimatum. They've said essentially, you have until next week to make a decision. Negotiations, meetings, and discussions have pretty much hit a wall. Talks have completely stalled, and the DOJ is basically flexing their muscle here. And they're forcing Deutsche Telekom into a spot, making a deal by the end of next week. I don't have an exact date. I don't have an exact time or anything like that. I waited to see if that came out and became available, but it just didn't. So I'm sure I'll be reporting on that pretty soon. Maybe we'll see something in the coming days, and I'll report back to you guys at that time. So currently, as it stands, the DOJ, if a decision is not made at the correct time next week, or things fall apart and an agreement isn't reached, the DOJ is likely going to sue to block the merger. So, we're looking at July 28th, 29th as a time when this could be official. And this would be incredible because you still have the state's attorneys general looking to sue to block the merger. So they kind of join in together in this. And then, of course, this is unprecedented. We've never seen the DOJ and the FCC kind of oppose each other on a situation like this. So SMT's takeaways, obviously, the DOJ really wants this fourth carrier to be Dish. They're trying their best to make it happen. They don't want it to be Charter. They don't want it to be Comcast. They don't want it to be Amazon or Google. They want it to be Dish. And they're kind of forcing the issue here with the concessions. They've stated what they want it to be. They're not budging on it. This is what it has to be for them. Deutsche Telekom is not liking the terms. They have not agreed to it. They want a CYA for the future. They don't want a mega company forming long-term out of this. And, the bottom line is we'll have a decision next week. It appears something from these companies and the DOJ. So not to say that I've become less optimistic. I'm still optimistic in that a deal could be reached. Deutsche Telekom could turn around and say, okay, for the next 3 years, we're going to let them use our network, and we'll give it a go. Maybe there is a little bit of wiggle room there for Deutsche Telekom and some other protections, and a deal could be reached. But the nice thing is, guys, is we are getting some form of a decision very soon, within a week or so. So whether good or bad for the merger, we're getting a decision. And of course, if things fall apart, we could see another situation where Deutsche Telekom and T-Mobile are looking for another individual company to come in as the fourth carrier, but it looks like the DOJ just is hell-bent on it being Dish. So in the last piece of today's video, I just wanted to kind of present to you guys some T-Mobile 5G news. So in this particular update, T-Mobile has wrapped up 600 megahertz 5G testing alongside Ericsson. They've been testing Qualcomm-made Snapdragon processor known as the X55 Plus modem. The problem is this modem will not be ready for any phones in the immediate future. So a lot of people were concerned or asking about the Note 10 potentially being low band frequency capable on T-Mobile, and it looks like that's not the case. This processor and this modem won't be available in devices until much later this year. We're talking Q4 of 2019, possibly even Q1 of 2020. So getting that extended 5G footprint and extended coverage may have to wait. T-Mobile's still waiting on some processors and the available modems from Qualcomm. So I'll report more on this. I'll do a special on this. I'll make a video specifically on it. But that's what I wanted to do with today's video, the T-Mobile and Sprint merger update, and then this little bit of Qualcomm Snapdragon 5G processor news as it pertains to T-Mobile. So in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think of the news, the merger news. It's huge. It's a big thing to watch. Just give me your thoughts and opinions. Hit me up in the comment section. Drop me a line, and let's get it cracking there. So that's it for this one. If you could, please like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you're notified so you stay up to date with everything that's happening in the wireless space, including the merger. If you would like to get more involved with the community, go ahead and check out the Discord server. We've got that link in the description as well, the Patreon page. If you guys want to get involved with that community, link in the description box below for that as well. And if you'd like to support SMT production, there's a link in the description box for a small or occasional monetary donation. Thank you guys for those considerations. I think I'll leave it at that. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. More videos coming soon. Stay tuned. This is the SMT, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.